When I think about courage, I think about the heart of the Boston church. You know, a few years ago, it wasn't very encouraging to be in the Boston church. The vision had dimmed, some of the faith had grown cold. But we've seen an incredible revival in courage in the last few years as old disciples as well as young find faith in God and step out again. It's really been inspiring.
I'm so proud of the disciples in South Asia, disciples in Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, India, and Sri Lanka. You have no idea, brothers and sisters, what some of the brothers and sisters have to face just to be a Christian and practice their faith as Christians in these countries. In 2008, some of our own brothers were willing to go to prison for their faith and for them preaching the word. Even last year, we had a family leader, while sharing his faith, was beaten up by a mob because he went out preaching. So we need your prayers, brothers and sisters, so that our brothers and sisters in India can keep preaching the word and holding up to the faith that they have in Christ.
The church in Medan really made a decision last year that they want to do something really, really great and radical. So the church decided they're gonna, as a church, they want to have a special mission just within the church. And soon enough, a month later, they start evangelizing 15,000 people. And there's 1 month they evangelize 50,000 people, and many, many people come to church, and they have attendance of more than 1,000 people. And because of that, they have a lot of baptism.
I really want to lift up the Hong Kong Church of Christ disciples. And all these years, their contribution has been continuing to increase. And I really believe that really says where their hearts are at. I want to appreciate their sacrifice and their dedication continuously.
You know, one thing that really stands out right now is going after the men's ministry in the Philippines. Very recently, after that singles conference, we had more men getting baptized in Manila. And so at the same time, you know, people have been praying for that and really going after those that have left the church. Disciples that have been gone for 13 years, coming back to the church again. So the restoration ministry is doing very well.
My name is Jermaine, Peacock. My wife Stephanie and I, we lead the Spokane church. Currently we've seen awesome courage in the Northwest. We've seen 19 baptisms and 4 restorations. We started off the year this year with 99 disciples, and so you do the math, that's about 20% growth. Then there's the story of Dave and Crystal. They were a dating couple. These are the stories that you used to hear about. A dating couple comes to church, she finds us on the website, makes a decision to study the Bible, becomes a disciple, stands for a conviction. They've made a decision together to then move out, continue to study the Bible and do it the right way. They both became disciples individually, then later on got married in the Lord, and they have a strong marriage today.
I'm always reminded of Joshua chapter 1, where God tells Joshua, do not be terrified and do not be discouraged. To me, courage is when, as a young person, perhaps you're facing a challenge that seems so huge, and it takes courage just to take that first step. But it also takes courage as an older person to not become discouraged as you face challenges after challenges, maybe even in your own life, certain sins that have dogged you for years. It takes courage to begin again and believe that God can still win the victory.
In January, we put before God the Manhattan Project, an effort to raise up leaders throughout the New York metropolitan area, starting on the island of Manhattan. God has blessed the church in great ways. Throughout the year, God has blessed the New York church with more than 150 people baptized into Christ. The church got behind the effort. Our prayer was that we would increase our missions contribution so that we could see more people supported in the full-time ministry. We saw more than $250,000 given more in 2010 than in 2009.